talk about Bernard Williams's critique of utilitarianism. But before we get into his main point, I thought maybe um, some preparatory work. Just reading the first couple of pages, it struck me that some of the terminology he uses might not be exactly clear. So, if it is utilitarianism that he is criticizing, we can ask the question: what is utilitarianism? We've gotten some introduction to that. John Stuart Mill's utilitarianism, John Hosper's rule utilitarianism. I think that Williams is really talking about act utilitarianism, but that doesn't matter at this point. What is utilitarianism? Utilitarianism is a form of consequentialism, and that's a word that Williams uses repeatedly. Consequentialism. What does that mean? That in making moral judgments on actions, saying whether they're good or bad, or how good they are if they're good, and how bad they are if they're bad, that's the consequences of the action that matter. That is, what makes an action good, bad, or otherwise. It's its consequences. So, um, how does this translate into a rule of action? It's sort of taken for granted by Williams that we understand this, but it would be good to bring it out. As a rule of action, it means I should do that which brings about the best consequences. That's my rule. That is, if what makes an action good is its consequences, then my duty or my obligation, or the rule I should follow, is that I should do that which brings about the best consequences. And that's why Williams talks about states of affairs. States of affairs is just, if Jill likes Jane and Jane likes Jill back, that's a state of affairs. It's the most general thing in the world. If it's raining in Philadelphia right now, that's a state of affairs. If Jim and Joe are co-workers on a construction project in Michigan, that's a state of affairs. If America is involved in a war with Germany and Japan in 1942, that's a state of affairs. So states of affairs are just conditions of the world. And what Williams is saying is if you're a consequentialist, for example, if you're a utilitarian, what that tells you to do is you're always trying to bring about the best state of affairs. Now, if we remember from John Stuart Mill, what does best mean here? Best equals maximizing the happiness and minimizing the unhappiness of all involved. So I've got to choose that option. So I think that now we're at the point where you can understand what Williams is getting at. That is, he's critiquing this. in what I do, or crucially in what I don't do, I have to pay attention only to outcomes and choose that option which brings about the best possible state of affairs. I suppose that is a fair description of the rule that a utilitarian would be following in all cases.